Hi guys, welcome to the video. My name's Christian and today I'm going to be reviewing some books. As the title suggests, we're going to be talking about history, religion and conspiracy theories. And the reason I'm making the video is because when I ordered a book, was waiting for a book, I started researching the books, looking for reviews and basically biding my time with doing as much research and looking up what the book was about and finding opinions and stuff like that. And I thought I'd contribute by making my own video. So first off, I'd like to touch on a book. Anyone who's interested in history, you got to get this book. It's The Times History of the World, and it is a beautiful book. It's not a book that you sit and relax and enjoy whilst you're lying down, because as you can see it's pretty bulky, but as a point of reference, it's got everything from timelines to maps, diagrams. There's everything in this book and it's absolutely amazing. Starts off with timelines, maps, where people come from. I mean, this is a book to have. If you're interested in history, this is a book to have. And I'm really happy. I got it as a present for my birthday a few years ago and I absolutely love it. I was looking at some videos about the Western canon, and if you want to be well read, where the place to start is at the beginning. And the beginning is the Bible. And you need to not think of this as a religious book. I'm not religious, especially religious. I've got nothing against religion. I just find the history of religion very interesting. And as I say, if you're going to start somewhere, then this is a good place to start. This is the King James Bible. It's a Penguin Classics edition, black spine, and we're going to be looking at the book of Genesis, the creation of the world, and it's mind-blowing. A lot of people have heard a lot of stories about Adam and Eve, the Garden of Eden. I mean, just in the book, this is compiled of a lot of different books, and you need to look at it as, this is pretty hefty, but you don't look at it as one book. You look at it as a library of books. So starting off with the book of Genesis, I didn't realise how much of a family tree it would be. There's pages and pages of just people having kids, and then their kids having kids, and their kids having kids, and their kids having kids. And if anyone can remember it all by heart, that I'll be very impressed. I'll admit, I had to go back and read the same lines a few times to sort of, get to grips with it. But in between, you've got a lot of stories here. You've got Adam and Eve, you've got Cain and Abel, you've got Noah and Noah's Ark, you've got Abraham, you've got Joseph, and anyone who tells you the Bible is just a load of religious nonsense is not well educated. They haven't read the Bible and they don't know what they're talking about. So forget that. They touch on, when I say they because originally they said the Bible was written by Moses, the Old Testament was written by Moses, but I'm pretty sure they figured out that it was compiled by several people. But this book, it's geographically, historically, this book is, there is something to this book. If you look at where they suggest people come from, they're pretty spot on. Archaeology and a lot of science has been proven that they're pretty spot on. It is actually what we think where people came from. If you look where people came from, if you read the history of the world, if you read any historical book, you see that people originated from North Africa. There's a lot of documentaries you can search, Google it. You can see some of the oldest, remains of people, Homo sapiens. They come from North Africa and around the Middle East, namely Iraq, Syria, and a lot of the places in the history of Mesopotamia, which is where Abraham came from. They were going back to Canaan, to Egypt. I mean, the start of civilization was where the Bible said it was. And it's spot on. Now, I wanted to put this together. Now we're talking about history, we're talking about religion, and we're talking about conspiracy theories. So we've got history, we've got religion, and I have put that together with another book, which I've only just started reading. I'm not that far through, but it basically says what I'm saying. Zecharia Sitchin, The 12th Planet. It backs it up. It backs it all up. Now, this is a little bit different. This is more, I don't want to say aliens, because you say aliens to a lot of people, they're going to think about little green men running around and whatnot, and then they're just going to think you're mental. But the book of Enoch, which isn't in the Bible, that suggests the Nephilim and giants come to Earth, God's visiting Earth. I mean, there's a lot of civilizations that worship gods. Why do they worship gods? Why were they looking to the stars? Why are the pyramids aligned with Orion's belt? There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of things that I've got a nice bookmarker here. My missus, she knitted. It's a little mouse that's trapped in the book. That's pretty cool. So that's where I've got to. You can see I'm not that far through the book at the minute, but it is absolutely blowing my mind. And if you're interested in these sort of things, pick up these books. This is blowing my mind. And I knew when I looked at the first page of this book, I knew I was going to do myself a favour by making sure I read the book of Genesis. And he refers to it a lot in this book. Straight away, the first chapter is a lot of references to the book of Genesis. So if you want to clue yourself up, read the book of Genesis first, do a bit of research, find out the history, and then start looking at this. And it is so entertaining. You can't put it down. It seriously gets you thinking about a lot of how evolution, however you want to look at it. If you want to take, I'm very open-minded, so I enjoy cluing myself up and finding out different people's theories and stuff. And I'll say that the best thing I've done for a long time was reading the first book in the Bible, Genesis, and then picking this up and seeing the theories of this. And there's a lot of evidence to back up what he's saying. So if stuff like that interests you, give it a go and you won't regret it. I'm thinking of doing a follow-up video where we go into more depth with these books. And other than that, I've got another 2 books that I want to put together from the New Testament when we start looking at Jesus. And then I picked up a book, or I got delivered a book recently, which is The Holy Blood and the Holy Grail. I haven't even started this yet, but I just knew that I was on the right path. Putting the book of Genesis and the 12th planet together, I knew I was onto something, because it really gets you thinking, and it's really interesting. So the next one is going to be the New Testament, look at the history of Jesus, do my research, find out as much information as I can, and then look at this. Holy Blood, Holy Grail is 3 authors that they've done their research as well. This was the inspiration for the Da Vinci Code, and basically they are suggesting that Jesus and Mary Magdalene had a child who survived. After Jesus died, they moved to the south of France, and that Jesus has a bloodline which exists today. That there are still Jesus's ancestors are alive today. So this one I'm really looking forward to. Can't wait to get started on that. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it's maybe given some inspiration, if nothing else. If you're looking for something to read, those things are a point of interest for you. Let me know, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.